we shall move on to next problem. So the reading of the ammeter shown in the figure will be. So you are given a system of resistors and we have to find the current in the ammeter. In order to find the current, we have to resolve the corresponding resistance which are connected in series and parallel connection. Let me do that. So we have 2 ohm resistors and 6 and 3 ohm resistance we have. Similarly, we have 6 and 3 ohm resistors. 6 and 3 basically they are connected in parallel connection because they do have a same potential. So let me redraw this as this is 2 ohm. This is the total or effective resistance between 6 and 3 will be 2 ohm, right? Here we have a ammeter and here we have again one more resistor which is turns out to be 2 ohm, and we do have a battery which is connected or which is having an internal resistance, right? So now what we have to do is again we have to look for the equivalent resistance. So again this 2 and 2 are connected series and this total will be parallel to the numerator 2 ohm, right? So what I'm going to do is this is our 2 ohm, here we have a 4 ohm and we have a ammeter as well. Shall I write like this? Now again this 4 ohm and then this 2 ohm are connected in parallel connection. So why I am doing like this? Because I would like to find the current in the ammeter. So for that I am just going to find out the relation. Let us assume that we have a current, total current which is coming here. Let's say I1 current which is passing through the first 4 ohm resistance and then I2 current which is passing through the 2 ohm resistance. So we can tell that the total current which is simply I1 plus I2. Now I'm going to find out the relation. Since 2 and 4 are connected in parallel connection, the potential will be same, right? Potential remains the same. So for that I'm going to write this as a 4 times I1 is equivalent of 2 times I2, or simply I2 is equivalent of 2 times I1. Shall I write like this? Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute back here. So let me erase this. So this I1 we got as I1 plus I2, which is I1 plus I2, and we got the relation I2 as 2 times I1, right? So what I'm going to do, please substitute here. By substituting it, I can write 3 times I1. So I1 which is nothing but I by 3, shall we? So in order to find the I1 current, because basically we assume that this is our 2 ohm resistance and this is our 4 ohm, and the parallel connect ஆயிருக்கிறதுனால the current will be different. The ammeter current is nothing but the 4 ohm resistance la enna current இருக்கோ அதுதான் இதை deflect பண்ண போகுது. So I need to find out this I1 current. In order to find out the I1, we got the relation, but we don't know about the I current, right? That is total current. So let us first find out the total current. So for that let me erase this. So we had a relation I is equal to, that is I1 is equal to I by 3. In order to find the total current, I am going to find out the total or equivalent resistance. Here we have 2 ohm, here we have 4 ohm, already we obtained this, and here we have a battery. Shall we? So this is 14 with the internal resistance 0.8 ohm. So since 4 and 2 are connected in a parallel connection, what will be the total resistance will be, which is 2 into 4 divided by 2 plus 4 plus the internal resistance you have to add, which is 0.8. So this is the R equivalent. Is that clear? Right? So now what's the value turns out to be? So if you do this, the total value turns out to be 2.13 ampere 13 ohm. So this is the equivalent resistance. Please do check this value. Right. So now we got the equivalent resistance. Then how can we find out the total current, which is nothing but total potential by total or equivalent resistance, which is 14 divided by 2.13. So which turns out to be 6.57 ampere. This is the total current. If you divide by 3, you should get 2.18. So to final answer, yeah, I said that. So I1, which is nothing but I by 3. So I we got as 6.57 ampere. So just by substituting it, I can write I1 as 2.18 ampere. This is the answer. Is that clear? So so option C is the right answer. What did we do here? So just we found the corresponding equivalent resistance, and then by seeing 4 and 2 are basically connected in parallel connection, just we used the potential same. So we got the relation between the current and we found the relation, and just we substituted the value back in the expression. So we got the answer, right? So moving on to next problem. So we have to find, the given figure shows us network of resistance. The effective resistance between A and B will be, we have to find the effective resistance between A and B. So let us start from A. So can you see this 3 and 3 are basically connected in series connection. So the total or equivalent will turns out to be, let's say this is our point A. Let me take a pen, right? This is our point A. So the equivalent resistance, which is, just a minute, let me use this pen, right? So these two resistance are connected in series. So idoda total வந்து which turns out to be 6. And again this 6 and 6 are parallel irukku. So total or equivalent resistance turns out to be, or equivalent effective resistance turns out to be 3 ohm. Shall I tell like that? And this 3 and 3 are basically connected in series. So total will turns out to be 6. So now I am going to erase this. Let me use. So we have obtained this, we have neglected this resistance. So finally we got value as 6, right? So again this 6 and 6 are in parallel. So we will have 3, right? So this is 3. Again this 3 and 3 are in series. We have 6. Again this 6 and 6 are in parallel. We have 3. And again this 3 and 3 are in series. So finally we are having, this is 6 and we have a 3 here, right? So this is the point A and this is the point B. So these two are connected in parallel connection, which is 6 into 3 divided by 6 plus 3, which is nothing but 2 ohm. Is that clear? So let me do one more time. Here what did I say here? I'm just finding the equivalent resistance for the 2, which turns out to be 6 ohm. And already you have a 6 ohm resistance here, right? So these two are connected in parallel. So I'm going to neglect this resistance. So total combination turns out to be a 3 ohm. That 3 and this 3 which is in series, right? So I'm going to neglect that. Again we are, instead of all the resistance, I just writing with the 6 ohm resistance. And here also we have a 6 which is basically parallel. So again that is with series, again that is parallel, again that is series, again that is parallel. So this combination, so on so forth, it is going on. So final expression we are getting as 2 ohm. I hope it is clear. So moving on to next problem, right? So here we have a problem. So in the circuit shown in the figure, the internal resistance is negligible. So we have to find the steady current in the 2 ohm resistance will be. As you know, capacitors allows AC, but it blocks DC. Since it is a DC source, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this capacitance because it offers a high resistance. So since there is no current flowing through or across the capacitors, there will be no current in the resistors. So I'm going to ignore this, shall we? So now what's our aim? Our aim is to find out the current in the 2 ohm resistance. So for that, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to find out the total current, right? So total current, which is basically in this 2 and 3 which are connected in parallel connection, right? So the effective will be 2 into 3 divided by 2 plus 3. And we have this resistance 2.8 which is series to the given combination plus 2.8. So this is our equivalent resistance. Shall I tell like that? So equivalent resistance which turns out to be, so just by doing it we can have as 4 ohm. Please do check this answer. This is what equivalent resistance. Appa total current enna varapodhu, which is 6 by 4, right? So which is 1.5 ampere. So we got the total current, but this is not enough. We need to find out the current through the 2 ohm resistance. Let us do that. So let us keep this aside. This is 1.5. So let us keep this aside. So total current we got as I as 1.5 ampere. So you know, in the this 2 and 3 which are basically connected in parallel connection, let us assume, let's say I current is coming from this battery. So let's say I1 current which flows in the 3 ohm resistance, and let's say I2 current which is flowing in the 2 ohm resistance, shall we? So basically both are connected parallelly, so you can assume the potential remains the same. This is 3 times I1 which is equivalent of 2 times I2, shall we? So I1 is simply 2 by 3 times I2. Shall I write like this? So please substitute here, which is I is equal to I1 which is 2 by 3 I2 plus I2, which turns out to be 5 by 3 times I2. This is our total current. Now we need this I2. So I2 is simply what? Let me erase this. So I2 is simply, I we got as 5 by 3 I2. So I2 is simply 3 by 5I. So which is 3 by 5. The total current we got as 1.5, right? So by doing so, we can have the answer, which is, because this is 3 by 2, right? We have 3 by 5 here. So altogether we can write or tell this as 0.9 ampere. right? Please do check this answer. So the current through the 2 ohm resistance we have got. I hope it is clear. So if you want to copy or anything, please stop the video or pause the video and please do it, right? So can you see the next question, 96th question? So in this question, the reading on the ammeter in the following figure will be. You have to find out the reading of this ammeter. So now let us look into the figure. Can you tell me how these resistors are connected? Can you tell me? So the 6 and 3, 2, basically they are connected in parallel connection. And the total effective will be series with the 4 ohm resistance. Is that clear? So because the potential is same, can you see this? Potential is same for 6, 3, 2, but the potential is different for 4 ohm. So it is connected basically series with the 3 combination. So let us find out this. So what I am going to do is, let me modify this figure a little bit, which is we have a 2 ohm which is connected with a 4 ohm, and that too it is connected with a battery, and you have a ammeter here, right? So here we have 6, this is 3, this is 2, here we have 4, shall we? So now can you tell me the effective resistance, what's going to be? So since for these 3 it turns out to be simply 1 ohm, right? Please check you are getting 1 ohm or not. It turns out to be 1. Since 4 which is connected with a parallel series connection, so the equivalent resistance which turns out to be simply 5 ohm. Shall I tell like that? So the now total current, which is nothing but V by R. So V is nothing but 2 divided by 5. So 2 by 5, which turns out to be 0.4 ampere. So because basically the entire system is in series with a 4 ohm, so the total current must be flowing in the ammeter. Is that clear? Now moving on to the 97 problem. So the resistance across A and B will be, right? So now we have to see which are all in series and which are all in parallel. Since only 3 resistance are given here, but we have to see, by looking on carefully, we can see that these 3 are connected in parallel connection. Let's say we have this point A. So this point A, it is being connected with this resistor end, which is common for this resistor or this resistance as well. So if I am taking a point A, I can draw something like this for the 3 resistance, because this point is common for this resistance and these 2 resistance as well. And let us look for the another point. Let's say B. B point edukku irukku appadina moonuthukume da varudhu. Nalla parunga. Can you see? This is one point, let's say this resistor, and it is connected with this end, which is common for these 2 resistors, right? So this is R, this is R, this is R, right? So if 3 resistors which are connected in parallel connection, which is nothing but R by N, right? N represents and R represents the same resistance value, N represents the number of resistance. So which tells you R by 3. So option C is the right answer. So moving on to next problem. A battery of EMF, let's say 10 volt, is connected to resistance as shown in the figure. The potential difference VA minus VB between the points A and B will be, right? So it's it was one of the need question, and it is also one most of the time you can see this kind of a question, right? So let us do this. In order to find the potential difference between VA and VB, what I'm going to do is, let me write VA minus VB as simply VA, right, minus VC. This is plus VC minus VB. Shall I write like this? Now I'm going to modify this little bit. How I'm going to write this is VC minus VB minus VC minus VA. Shall I write like this? Nothing wrong with writing here, right? Just I have modified this sign. So now let us find out what is VC minus VB, and then just by finding out VC minus VA, we can just by taking the difference, we can have the VA minus VB potential, right? So now in order to find the potential, given resistance is given here, we need to find out the current. So let us find out the total current. So I'm going to erase this. So let me keep this aside. So now in order to find the total current, we have to see what are the resistors are connected in series and parallel. This 1 and 3 and 3 and 1, which is in the below, and above and below part, both are connected in series connection. And the resultant or entire system, the effective will be parallel with the corresponding one, right? So this is 3. Here in the numerator we have 4, and here we have below we have a 4, here we have 3. So these are parallel, and that combination will be series to the 3, which is 3, and this is 2. So total resistance will be 5 ohm. Shall I tell like that? Right? So now we got the equivalent resistance as 5 ohm, and the potential, the given potential is 10 volt. So the total current flowing is simply 2 ampere. Shall I tell like that? Right. So once you know that current which is coming here, it's going to divide by, because of the two connections which are connected in parallel. Let's say I1 current is flowing here and I2 current is flowing here. Since resistance is same, current will be divided equally. So let's say 2 total current is 2. So if you divide equally, you can have 1 ampere in the upper part, and the lower part we have another 1 ampere which is flowing in the below part. Is that clear? So now by knowing the current and the resistance, what's there to what is the struggling point to find out the potential? That is VA minus VB, which is simply VC minus VB, right, minus VC minus VA. So which is nothing but VC minus VB, which is nothing but 3 into 1 minus we have a VC minus VA, which is nothing but 1 into 1, right? So this is nothing but 2 volt. So 2 volt is the right answer. Option C. I hope it is clear. We shall move on to next problem. Right. So 1 or 2 problem we can do. So the question says you have to find out the equivalent resistance between the points A and B. Again we have to look for the series and parallel connection. As you can see, this 3 and 2 basically are series in connection, right? So the total will be 5, and that will be parallel with the 6 ohm, and total will be 30 by 11, and that will be series with the 7, and all together will be parallel. I'll tell you one more time. So this is, if you are right, combination of 3 and 2, which is nothing but 5 ohm, right? So you have another resistance here, you have 7 ohm, and you have in between you have a resistance, something like that, and you have a resistance, and you do have a resistance here. So this 5 and 6 basically they are connected in parallel. So total turns out to be 30 by 11. Here you have 7 ohm, and here you have 12 ohm, here you have 5 ohm, here you have 9 ohm. So this 30 by 11 and the 7 ohm resistance, basically they are connected in series connection. So the total combination will turns out to be, so which is you will have 107 by almost 11. So you have 107 by 11, right, divided by 11. You have one resistance, and you have a 12 ohm, and we have a 5 ohm. These three will have a same potential, right? So these three are connected in parallel connection. The total resistance for these three will turns out to be 2.6. Please check. In the moonuthukanadu 2.6, and outside you have a 9 ohm, so which are basically series with the entire combination. So total value of the resistance turns out to be 11.6 ohm. Please check. If you are not getting it, please let me know. I am going to erase. So option B is the right answer. Now let us do what is the current. If the current in the ammeter circuit reads 2 ampere, the resistance R value is, so quite a different problem. It's not a different one, but we already solved such one kind of a problem. But the thing is, we have to find out the resistance. The total current is given. I mean the ammeter current is given to us, right? So just we have to find the equivalent resistance. This 3 and 6 basically are in parallel, and that is a series with the given R resistance. So total current is nothing but V by R equivalent, which is nothing but 6 divided by R equivalent, which is 3 into 6 divided by 3 plus 6 plus R. So this is given as 2. So this is nothing but 2, right? So this is 6 divided by 2 plus R, which is 2, right? So now by resolving it, I can write this as 4 plus 2R, which is nothing but 6, or R is equal to 1 ohm. Option A is the right answer. Is that clear so far? Right. So moving on to next problem. So this was a neat question. A potential difference VA minus VB between the points A and B will be, right? You know, once the current is flowing through the the potential drop you can encounter. So this will be taken as negative. So this is VA minus 2 into, potential is 2 into 2, and here you are moving from positive to negative, so again you have a minus value. Again the current is going, there is a potential drop over here, so which is minus 2 into 1, which is equivalent of VB. Shall I tell like this? This is minus 4, this is 3, minus 3, this is minus 2, which turns out to be minus 9, right? So this is VA minus 9, which is equivalent of VB, or I can write VA minus VB, which is nothing but 9 volt. So option D is the right answer. That's it, we have done. So this was one of the neat question.